Now we are joined by one of, if not the baddest man on the planet, Chuck Liddell, the Iceman. 10 years ago yesterday, you knocked out Captain America to take the rubber match in that 3-fight series of just amazing fights. Can you believe it was 10 years ago?
Oh man, it's crazy. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, man, it's been a while, man. It's been crazy.
Was that the greatest fight of your career?
Well, that one and the one before it, yes. I mean, for me, that was the biggest moments because I got the title, and then after losing to him, I got the title, and then you got a lot of people saying it was a fluke, that I just got lucky, and then so it was nice to come back and do the third one, and actually knock him out again, right? And get that down.
I'm the guy who's just getting into UFC. He's got me becoming a fan, but the first thing I want to tell you is that I'm a huge fan of Entourage, and he's been making fun of me for it all week. But your episode on Entourage is one of my favorite ones. So what was it like being on Entourage?
It was awesome. It was fun. I asked a bunch of people to get me on the show because me and my friends used to watch it all the time, and it was the first show, and probably the last show I've watched in a long time, every week. So, I asked to get on, and I wanted to just come on and say hi to Vince. I had some cameos, people, hey, hi Vince, whatever, different guys going through, and the guy said, well, if we're going to have you on, we might as well work you in. So they were doing that skit where Pauly Shore was doing a punk show.
Yep.
And they put me in. It was awesome. We had a great time doing it.
Are you going to do more and more acting? I mean, you're definitely one of those guys that, like, when you walk onto the scene, when you walk into the room, like, somebody's about to get punched in the face. Like, you just have you're typecast. Is that a problem?
Well, not yet. I mean, that's why I'm typecast for that's what they want me for, is being a tough guy and everything they want me to do. Eventually, I'd like to do something else too, but we'll see. If I pull off some good parts, with being a tough guy, maybe I move into being some funny stuff, and I'm good at making fun of myself. So it's all right.
Well, nobody else is going to do it. Chuck Liddell, the Iceman, joins us right now here on Radio Row. And when you look at the UFC now, and you guys, you and Randy and that class really were the first ones that went mainstream with it, where people who didn't know a lot about mixed martial arts started watching. When you see where everybody is now, do you just want to call them up and say, hey Rhonda, hey Connor, how about a little thank you? How about you call me up and say thanks for this? Are you impressed with where the UFC is now?
Oh, I'm very impressed. It happened a lot faster than we thought it would. But it was that reality show, and the thing is, and that was kind of their last-ditch effort, to try to make this sport work. Frank and Lorenzo were at, 40-some-odd million in debt at that point, or into this fight adventure, and they went in and they funded that whole thing. They paid for that whole thing, and it was there. Dana calls it his Trojan horse to get a live fight on TV, and other people to see us. It was a nice thing to get guys to see us train and get ready and to see fights on TV. And once you get that, I thought really it's the greatest sport in the world. And once it got out there, and people got to see it, and they could see that we had fans and they get sponsors.
Right.
People to pay for it. Then we blew up.
See, I always loved The Ultimate Fighter because I said it was real world. If you could literally punch somebody in the face for stealing your toothpaste, when you're the coach of those guys, what's it like to prepare these guys? And a lot of them were in your weight class. You're like teaching them how to fight you. Did that ever cross your mind during those?
Yeah, not really. I didn't mind. Teaching them. I mean, whatever. If you can beat me, fine. I'll teach you. I'll show you what I'm doing. If you can beat it, fine. It was an interesting thing though for those shows. When we first started, it was 60 days. They filming it, and they have less rights than prisoners. No TV, a few phone calls here and there. You don't have a phone. No computer. They had to do stuff that you had to interact.
Right.
That was all. And they got a bunch of fighters stuck in a house for 60 days, living together and training together and fighting together, and nothing to do. And then the guys, the reality show guys, would mess with them. They'd ask for 16 bananas. They'd send them 5.
Just to make sure there was
to make sure that there's stuff going on there. And then they're trying to tell us how to train them. Like, you got to work them out every day. Look, man, they can't. Nobody can work out that hard and fight and stay healthy.
Right.
I can't work them out 60 days in a row. It's not safe.
It doesn't
make any sense.
Right.
It's not safe. And we had a lot of fights in it. We had a lot of things with the producers and stuff, went back and forth. And we eventually got it down. They kind of understand the sport a little better, and because there was things. I got in big arguments with them over things. I mean, I called them names. I basically told them they can if you don't like it, they can fire you or me. Right. They go tell them they can fire you or me. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, the Iceman's not leaving.
Well, the thing was, this was Kenny Florian was going to fight one of the fights, and this is a fight that's going to be filmed and shown 2 months later, right?
Right.
So it's only fight that night, and the guy, the tape guy that they were supposed to have there showed up late.
Okay.
So he just got his hands taped. This little runner guy comes back. He's okay. He's up in 5 minutes. I said he won't be ready for about 30. I got to warm him up. Oh no, he's got to go right now. He's in my face. I'm like, man, you can get the F out of my face.
Right. Well, you got to protect these kids. Yeah.
Well, that's what it came down to. Then they went and got the producer, like second AD, goes running in. She goes running in and starts screaming at me. I'm like, look here, I was brought here to coach these guys, so I'm going to treat them like they're one of mine. This is not saying I'm going to protect him, because that's what you pay me to do. If you don't like it,
one of us is going.
One of us is going, because I'm not coaching anymore. If you make him go out there right now.
Chuck Lidell joins us here on Radio Row 104.5 The Team. Thanks to our friends at Bud Light.
Chuck, I started playing baseball when I was 4 or 5 years old. When do you start training for this? Because it's not something that's a youth sport, really, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It is. Why not?
Wrestling.
It's mixed martial arts. I mean, it's martial arts. I start kids at 3 all the time.
Okay.
Wrestling starts them at 3 too. Most places you go, you get a wrestling camp at 3. I mean, obviously they're not going to be, doing
throwing hands.
They're not going to be. We're not going to have them doing the full fights until they're older. But I started when I was 12.
Okay.
Doing karate. I started wrestling when I was 14, and then and obviously nowadays what you're having, and we all mixed it up later when we started. OB came around in '93, and then the guys started trying to mix together and figure it out, putting all the three things together. Well, now guys are starting from that young to learn it as a mixed martial art.
Right.
Everybody, you're learning your karate and your wrestling and your jiu-jitsu, and they're going to start early. So,
Chuck Lidell here with us, and Chuck, Conor McGregor, what do you think of him?
I get a lot of flack for an interview I did. I don't know if you saw it, but they posted the one clip at it was I said I don't like the way he talks. I don't like trash talk like that. It's not something I think is great. But I tell his fans, I'm like, look, morons, read the article.
Right.
Everything after that is positive.
Right.
That just happens to be, that's not my style. I don't like it, but I understand it. I get it. I know what he's doing. It's his mental game. It's what he's playing. He's playing with guys' heads. He's doing his thing, and he's promoting fights. He's making a big deal out of that weight class. Anywhere he fights, he's making a big deal about when he fights. He's one of my favorite guys to watch fight now. The way he fights, he comes out, he brings it. He comes after it. He goes out. He's a smart fighter. He goes out and does, but he comes out to fight. He comes out to take your head off. I can't. I'm not. I mean, for me, he's a great fighter. It's fun. But it's funny. Like you write that for one thing, and I got fans like bashing me. I'm like, dude.
Well, because that quote sells magazines.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, go rest. I'm all right. We're good, bro.
If you don't like trash talk all that much, what do you think of Cam Newton? Because he's getting a lot of grief for the way he plays.
Do what you got to do. My thing is for athletes and the way you go do things. Everyone does stuff a little bit different. What gets you ready? What gets you psyched up? What helps you play better? If it's within her rules, do it. That makes whatever gets you going. Whatever gets you. Some people, like to do, relax. Some people like to listen to music. Some people like to, however you like to get fired up or get ready for a game or play within the rules. It's on you. So, hey, people can give you flack no matter what.
Right. Chuck Liddell. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Panthers.
Panthers?
Blowout?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm a good friend of, Jared Allen's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Cool.
I want him to get a ring.
Okay, I need to see that
he's
party.
awesome.
I need to see that party. You and Jared Allen out partying?
I got some pictures. No. He's married, and I think he's settled it down a little bit. But man, back in the day, that guy he get after it, man.
I'm just picturing you and him. Just
he's
like
a maniac. It's like hey, I'm a maniac too. Like people know me. I get after it. But look at a guy getting after it that's 6'5" and whatever he is, 270.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's man, he's a maniac. He's fun, but he's a fun guy. Like great guy, not trouble, not doesn't cause any problems. He's a good guy.
Absolute legend from the UFC sitting across me right now, Chuck, the Iceman Liddell. I know you got about 50 more interviews. They've had you out here since 7 o'clock this morning. They're working like a dog. What's harder, interviews or fights? Interviews. There it is. We got you. All right, we'll let you go and get to the next one. But man, it is an honor, and I'm so glad you made some time for us today.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.